everyone, it's your girl Savvy, back with you for another edition of Savvy Second Act. Today is one of my summer editions. Hope everyone's summer is going great. Mine is going fabulous. This is going to be a video on a product that it's not so much a review as it's going to be just talking about this product, because it's a product that we're kind of starting to see everywhere. I've known about this product for a while, but it's just kind of regaining popularity. I'm not sure that it was ever, popular, but it's starting to get really popular for various reasons. So I just want to talk about this product. If any of you have used it, please comment below on what your experience with this product is or has been. And just remember, I'm not a doctor or scientist. I'm a middle-aged woman trying to just grow old gracefully and share whatever tips I've learned or am learning with all of you, because we're all kind of in this together. And I don't do Botox. I don't do fillers. I just want to say that up front. I'm not against those things. I just don't do them right now. I haven't had any plastic surgery on my face or neck. That's probably coming in the next few years because I'm getting older and, I still want to look pretty. But for right now, I'm just kind of using like lotions and potions and devices and things like that. So what I'm talking about today, which again, I've seen on social media a lot. I even saw something on television recently. I've seen articles about it. I've seen dermatologists talking about it. And my own man, my Nick, has been using this product for a little while now. And I started using it. I just used it a couple of times for a couple of things. I am talking about none other than, ta-da, beef tallow. Now, if you don't know what beef tallow is, pretty simple. Pretty much just what it sounds like. It is the tallow, or it's like a salve from the fat of a cow. So if you're vegan or vegetarian and you want to cut out on this video right now, be my guest. I totally understand. If you're not vegan or vegetarian and you have no problem using some kind of a byproduct from a cow, from beef fat, then you'll want to hang tight and maybe learn about this product or hear what I have to say about this product. So it's kind of being touted as like the newest hee-hoo-ha in skincare. And I think the reasons are probably because beef tallow is rich in vitamins, like fatty acids and vitamins, particularly vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. Vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K are all really important for skin, good, healthy skin. It's, because it's from beef fat, fat is important for skin. We want to have a little bit of fat, so we don't look all, and wrinkly. The thing is that, it is being touted as like, I've seen people saying everything from it helps with lines and wrinkles, to it gives you a youthful glow, to it can help acne, to it can help rosacea and eczema, and all these different things. So my man's been using it, and I know that he's been using it to moisturize his skin and to hopefully lessen some of the lines and wrinkles that he has. I have actually used it. I do have a propensity to get eczema every once in a while, and I do have a go-to for my eczema, which I even did a video on it not long ago. And I have used this on eczema, and I will say I think it's a really good thing to use if you start getting a little eczema, like around your fingers, your hands, wherever. As far as youthful glow, I will actually say that I think that it does help give a moisturized look, which of course can lead to looking more youthful. Now, I should mention that the brand I have here is from a company called Meadow Bliss. It was $21 from Amazon, and this has jojoba oil in it as well. Now, interestingly enough, one of the things about beef tallow is that supposedly it has similar properties to it to human sebum. Sebum is the oil that we as humans excrete out of our pores that help our skin stay plump and hydrated and so on and so forth. Jojoba oil supposedly does as well. I've used jojoba oil on my hair like it's a moisturizer on my scalp and stuff for ages because it is very similar to the sebum that our hair, follicles gives off in our hair to keep our hair moisturized and shiny and so forth. So a lot of good things about beef tallow. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it, that you think would be helpful. I just have to say, I don't know necessarily that it's helpful for everything it's being touted as being helpful for. Certainly not for everybody, because I'm here to tell you, my man Nick he's a great looking guy, and he's been using it for some time, and I do think that it's making his skin look very moisturized and very like youthful, and maybe even a little bit plumper, which again would go into looking more youthful. But I have not seen this, even with the vitamin A in it, I have not seen this erasing his wrinkles. So I just want to get that out there up front. I'm also not seeing it. I think everybody as they get older gets a little bit of rosacea here and there. I'm not seeing that it's taking care of his rosacea either. Now, it could be just everybody's different. What works for one person may not work for, two people over here. I don't know. The only way I've used it is when, especially my décolletage area got a little dry and crepey. I've used it on that, and I think it's helped tremendously. As I said before, if I get a little eczema, I tend to get it around my fingers. I'll put some on there. It definitely helps. I have put it on my arms, just to hydrate, after being outside or whatever, my neck and my face and all of that. I'm not so sure it would be a great thing to slug with if you're a person who does slugging. I use castor oil to slug, but maybe I'll try this. So I'm $21. I'm not overly impressed with this product, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm underwhelmed either. I can see this product working for a lot of people. Now, as far as I did hear that it can help people with acne, I don't know about that. I got acne as a teenager. I had my fair share of pimples and so forth. Yeah, you don't want your skin to be too dry, drying up those zits, but I don't know. This is a pretty rich, thick, I'm just going to show you a little bit here. It's a pretty thick, rich, think about beef fat, there's your analogy. That's what it's from. I don't know about putting that on your skin if you have, pimples or acne. I don't know that it wouldn't, I don't know if it would clog your pores necessarily and create more acne. I just don't think it would help. But I'm not a dermatologist. Again, I'm just somebody who's, looked into this product, trying this product. So if you've tried beef tallow, please let me know what you think. If you want to try beef tallow, just again, know those little, bullet points. It is from beef. It is from a cow. Yes, they have to kill the cow to get it, and I'm sure they do. But of course, there's that whole thing about, you're using every part of the animal, if that speaks to you. It is supposedly loaded with vitamins A, D, E, and K, which helps the skin. It is supposed to be a moisturizer. It is supposed to help give you a youthful glow. It is supposed to help eczema and rosacea. And it is supposed to apparently hydrate the skin enough to where it helps with lines and wrinkles. Again, I can't necessarily say I see all of that, but everybody's different. But, so far, my man's been using it for a while, and the only thing that I've noticed is I will say that his skin looks better, but I can't say that, he's been using this and he looks 10 years younger. That's not happening. For those of you who are like me and have been using tretinoin for years, I got to be honest here, guys, this is not a replacement for retin-A or tretinoin, which is a straight up retin-A or vitamin A derivative. This is not near as strong as this is an over the counter. It's not going to, and for me, I remember getting some light wrinkles around my eyes, out here, some crow's feet. And I started using the retin-A, I think at that time I was using it, 4 nights a week, and I added another night, and I did see the lines lessening. And there's people on YouTube that talk about that. Angie's Hot and Flashy talks about that, that she used Retin-A and lightened up some of her lines. So I do think that with Retin-A, you can achieve a lot more skin smoothing and lightening of wrinkles and things like that. But Retin-A isn't necessarily a moisturizer. It creates cell turnover, but doesn't necessarily moisturize. I mean, you can use moisturizers, but if I'm going to use something at night, it's going to be Retin-A. And to use this during the day for me, it's a little too greasy. I mean, it was like greasy around my hands and my décolletage, But again, I was not underwhelmed by this. I do think it's a good product. So please comment below if you've used beef tallow, how long, and what your results were. Want to just throw in my Hollywood hot tip because it is summertime here and I'm not a sun worshiper anymore. But speaking of glow, we all want to have a nice glow. Now you can go out and buy the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. Those are great. I bought them before. They're excellent. I think they're worth the price. I definitely do. I think it's a great product. But the Dollar Tree right now has, and I don't love a lot of these Be Pure products at the Dollar Tree. I think a lot of their products are crap. But this one product, the bronzer drops, there's like a few of the Be Pure products that I'm really liking. But the Be Pure bronzing drops for $1.25, they're almost as good as the Drunk Elephant, which are much, much more. And for what I use it for in the summer, totally a good swap out. So what I do, which is a Hollywood hot tip I learned from a makeup artist, is to take the bronzing drops and put it on what they call the high points of your face. And then you put your foundation, after it dries a little bit, over it. And it looks like you have like a little bit of a glowy tan. It's just, I did it today. So my skin, has a little bit of a glowy tan without me putting on like, big amounts of, fake looking bronzer, which I have been known to do, let me tell you. Now, for the guys, because sometimes guys want to look a little bit tan too without doing man tan and looking all orange and everything, you can just mix some of these drops with some lotion or some sunscreen, and it just gives you a nice, light, golden glow for summer. So that is my Hollywood hot tip. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, liked, please do that for me. Comment below, please, please, please. I love the comments. Want to hear from you guys as well. Thanks for watching and making my channel a success. Until next time, ciao, ciao. Take care.